Ready or not on the ROG Ally, so I recommend you go into Steam Big Picture mode, and before doing anything, go to the right, which is behind my head, to the controller. You'll need a community layout for this, so don't even try to start the game without doing this step, please. Press which shows you the current button layout, so in my case this one. And there's templates, all that, but you want to go to the community layouts. And in this case, this guy called Kumeng, he made an Xbox controller layout, which works pretty well, but there's one thing missing, the ready up button, which is the Y key in the keyboard. So I made a couple modifications to make it a little bit better. So go back, in search, type my name, basically, in this case, Santiago, and you'll find my layout, which is Comeng's layout with a few modifications. So ready or not, Santiago's modified gamepad. So it's basically the same, but now we have the Y key for starting a mission, which is super important. You need that. So that's basically it. Hit apply layout with the X key, and you have Santiago's modified gamepad, and it'll ask you to use DX11 or 12. So far, at least on the ROG Ally, for me, DX12 has been more stable. Both of them stutter when you see things for the first time. They need to add a shader compilation step, please add it. Otherwise, in my case, DX12 worked better. I recommend you try both of them and see which one works the best for you. In this case, at least on the ROG Ally for me, DX12 has been better. What about settings? Well, 900p, 30 watts TDP. Make sure you're at 120 Hz in this menu instead of 60. This is an issue on my end. So this is for plugged in users or 25 watt users. Settings are basically a mix between medium and high, with the Opti1 FPS set to 24, 50% resolution scale on that one, FSR2 quality, and why shadows on high? Well, that's a good question. So with shadows on high in a level like this, as you can see, shadows look decent. But if you drop them to medium, it's quite a big difference. So if I drop shadows to medium, well, I don't know. I don't think... I mean, the performance difference is huge, but at least in this level in particular, it just looks horrible. So put shadows on high, do yourself a favor. Your style web within the VRR window. And as you can see, those stutters also happen on DX11 when you see something for the first time, which again, I hope they add shader compilation in the future before launching the game, before getting into the game, because again, each time you see something new, you get a big stutter. At least for me, on DX12, the first time I play a level, I got that. On DX11, it just happens more often. And when you turn on the flashlights, see at night, it can drop frames quite significantly because, well, your teammates also turn them on, and those cast shadows in certain objects. Alright, so apparently the door is open, which is good. We're going to tell them to clear it. Let me turn on the flashlight for maximum FPS loss. And it's probably going to have a trap and explode.
Door unclear. Confirm.
Boom. No. Okay.
Left. I got nothing here.
Let's turn on the flashlight so we can see stuff. And as you can see, right now at least, we're well into the VRR window. But the stutters are there. Again, if you restart the mission, there will be way less stutter because it already compiled everything it needs. And the other mission that always made the game run bad, at least for me, is called Twisted Nerve. Pretty detailed level. Again, this is not an open world game, but especially the first time you see something new, again, you're going to get stutters. So let me break a window. I never broke a window in the game yet. There you go. So as soon as I got that, I got a stutter. Then the exploding window is new. That's why the second time it doesn't happen. And my plan here, again, is to stick to the VRR window, which is between 48 and 120. So, at least so far, we're well in there. The issue, again, is that, well, we got stutters. But the more you play, the less they happen. In this case, I recommend the X12. But as you can see, they're still there, and they're super annoying. Let's... Oh, I don't have a mirror. Okay.
Pick it.
Got the lock.
Element.
And I'm going to tell them to mirror under the
Mirror
door.
for contact.
So as you can see, flashlight on. Everybody turns them on, and you get into the 60s. But again, 900p, I think is pretty respectable considering how the game runs in general. So open and clear.
Clear it.
On it.
Let's go!
Opening on the right.
Drop it!
Okay.
Lights stick out.
Drop the gun and get down!
As you can see, these are the stutters that are super annoying. Which again are going to be lessened the more you play. But as you can see, when they shoot from the first time, it drops very heavily. So while the game runs pretty well,
Get on the ground now. Hands up above your head.
so as I was saying, as much as the game runs pretty well, all things considered, the stutters really ruined the experience for me. Again, it also happens on the X11, but I found it on the X12 to be more stable for me. After the stutters are done, of course. Alright, we're now in handheld mode. As you can see, 20 watts. 18 watts would be nice for more battery life, but in this case, this game is pretty demanding, so I recommend you keep it at 20. 120 Hz. Make sure you are at the lowest resolution. In this case is 768p. 720p for some reason doesn't show up. And it's a pain in the ass to move in this menu, but there we go. Same settings as before. So let's get into it right away. Welcome back to Ready or Not. We're now at 768p with quality FSR2. And we're using that custom layout, which having the mouse sensitivity pretty low in-game actually makes it look pretty good. Again, not perfect, but at least we can do some stuff. I wish the UI could be scaled up, but we're using a lower resolution because of the fact that we're at 20 watts instead of 30. Wow. There. Cannot kick with flashbang, really. Ooh. There was a bomb and I died. Right, we're back in Twisted Nerve, which is the one that actually is the hardest to run in my opinion. Let's see if the window breaking still stutters us. A tiny bit. Nothing like before that it completely stopped the game. Again, they need to add controller support for this, official controller support, because this is ridiculous. To move in the menu, it's an absolute pain in the ass, because you gotta manually move with the stick as a mouse. And the game is clearly not thought to be a controller game. We're basically hacking into it. Stick together there with a controller compatibility thing. Where are my teammates? Oh, right behind me. Okay. So yeah, I mean, while I love this game, I wouldn't play with a controller personally. It would be nice to have the option.
Not happening.
Because I also played this on Steam Deck. It was okay-ish. This is well within the VRR window. Looks good enough. But again, they need to add gamepad support. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous that this game still doesn't have it. We're outside of early access already.
Good to go.
So, yeah. The freaking door.
Clear it.
That's affirmative. Going in. Got an opening here.
So does it work? Yes. Should it be better? Definitely. They should add controller support, even if it doesn't have all the functionality. Thoughts on this is the game works. You need to get used to the controls, because really,
Looks clear over here, boss.
well, on the stutters they need to add a shader compilation thing.
Good here.
Because I think this game will work pretty well on a machine like the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally. But without the proper controller support, we're pretty stuck. Jesus. And well, when you turn on the flashlight, you lose a lot of performance, which is obvious because it has shadows. And as you can see, this level is quite a pain in the ass to run properly. And you get basically an hour and 10 minutes of battery.
Down on your goddamn
That scared me.
Hands up
Jesus.
now. Hands on your head now.
Frick you. He wasn't dropping.
Talk. Suspect is down. Requesting Thames.
This is talk.
So yeah, I would recommend it once they add gamepad support and we can actually control the game properly with a gamepad. Or if you just use a mouse and keyboard plugged in, well, there you go, it works. But as you can see in areas like this, especially using a flashlight, since your teammates also turn it on, drops performance quite a bit. It's playable, but there is some fiddling around that is needed, unfortunately. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, thanks to Void Interactive for providing a code of the game. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching.